Hi guys. I'm gonna get ready for the day. I haven't even started. I just woke up. Not really, but I did. I didn't do anything to get ready yet. I didn't even live yet. Wait, I'm gonna get a hairbrush. I'll be back. My energy is so different right now. I'll explain why in a second while I'm getting ready, but yeah. Figuring it out. Look at that. It's not even just laying there, it's actually curled like that. Like it's curled that big of a spiral. Like imagine if my hair, that is one curl. That's kind of funny, but I don't know. I've been noticing my hair curl differently. Out of nowhere, the past 2 days, 1 day, 2 days. I started making like AI videos with myself in them, and my energy, like how I feel, way different. Not making my life easier, making it more difficult as far as like how I feel, because there's more harder, like deeper energy, more difficult energy that I haven't like, I don't know how to explain it. You know how you level up, but you start at like a certain place, but you can add like more difficult energy to like make it harder because you're already gonna upgrade either way, and you could just do that. I don't know. But it's like maybe it'll benefit you in some way. Like maybe I'll get more views from having the AI videos. Like it's kind of like give and take. I don't know. It's kind of like a sacrifice in a way, but it's also fun. But a lot of things, like it makes your life harder as far as like just how you feel about yourself and stuff. You have more to like upgrade from, because then it'll be a completely fake video of you, but you're like, whoa, like that was me. So now I have like energy from that in a way, because it's like, oh, I made an appearance there as if it was real. But it makes you feel like you were perceived as if it was real, if that makes sense. Like your soul is like, it was you, you know? It wasn't your physical body, so it means more things. It means both your eyes were looking 2 different directions when someone was watching you, and your teeth were yellow and then they fell out and stuff, like it, but you still have them. But it doesn't matter, because you're perceived in the energy of it being real, which means that your soul has to be able to like recognize, oh, that's still an energy that like I deserved better than, so I can upgrade as if it was real. So it's actually like making, it's kind of like psychological, like you're making your soul like upgrade out of energy even though it never actually happened. So you're actually giving yourself like the disadvantage or the advantage, like temporarily, of whatever it looked like you did or happened to you. So I don't know, not that you guys want to like go crazy with the AI videos, but it makes you, it's not just psychological in the way you would think, like, oh, now I know what it would look like if my teeth fell out. It's not like that. It's like that has like a certain like energy you can like feel in your body where you're like, oh, so like that was like a worse, like obviously, but it's like, oh, that was like a worse energy than like what I normally have. You know what I mean? And now the energy like stays with me if I haven't like beat it in a way. It doesn't mean my real teeth are gonna fall out, but it makes your life like more difficult. Like you're like perceived in a way that like you didn't have to be, if that makes sense. But it has like benefits like long term for like your soul, and like, you know, if you want to like escape the planet and stuff, you have to have like enough difficult energy that you've like beat. So even if you have, you want to like keep adding more at some point so that you like, you're like, okay, like I definitely could, you know, or times 10 if I could, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like it isn't gonna be like weird, but it makes you feel weird about yourself initially. I like a lot of spells though. I've been thinking about it. A lot of spells, like I think sometimes if you do a certain kind of spell, it makes you feel the opposite about yourself until you like fix it and like beat it. I don't know. Sometimes it depends on what you do. I don't know. Like if you're the one getting in your own way, it makes you feel the opposite in a way. So, yeah. It's just like a spell, but it's like a performance, but it's like if you're strong enough that that energy never would have actually affected you had you gone to like that part of the world, theoretically, right? It's like, if you were so strong that you didn't have to, those videos being out there wouldn't affect you, wouldn't have like a physical change in your energy. Does that make sense? If you had enough energy, like you wouldn't notice it take anything from you, essentially. Because it's like the energy strings that could still attach to you because like your energy wasn't like tested as much as it could have been to like upgrade more. I don't know. I was like, you know what, why not? Like, like why not? Why not? Like, why not? I don't know. Anyway, I have noticed a few interesting things about like the energy of like the AI and stuff. The app I was using is called Sora, which you can see like the logo and stuff on my shorts, my YouTube shorts like page. So, yeah. Like, I've noticed it can make me like more tired like after, like literally I am not like I heard all kinds of stuff outside. Anyway, there's nothing there. So, yeah. What was I gonna say? I've never been somebody who would like sleep for the whole day, like not recently, maybe when I was like a lot younger, right? But like if I, like when I posted some of those videos, like I literally slept for like the whole day after that, like the next day. I went to sleep at like 7 p.m., woke up at 4 p.m. I was like, I've never done that. Like it's been a long time. I've only slept for 24 hours one time in my life, like a long time ago. That I even remember. So, yeah. I don't know, I kind of like, making my life difficult because I know that I'm going to, in some ways, okay, in some ways, only in some ways, like, but doing that myself, because then it's kind of like, well, you have to like upgrade from Earth somehow. You have to have like enough energy, right? So when you have enough energy, you kind of say to yourself like, well, how do I want it to happen? Do I want it to be the way that I choose, the easy way or the hard way? Because you never know, like if I had to like reincarnate again, you never know where I'm gonna have to go, like all that, right? Like I don't think I would, but like, you know what I'm, like I wouldn't choose to, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like what if I could choose right now to do it like the easy way or like the fun, partially fun way, right? The way that gives me like difficult energy, but it's fun, rather than like a more difficult way. So I do think of it that way. I do think of it that way. I do think of like, do I want it to be the easy way or the hard way? Because we're all either reincarnating or going to a different planet after this. So like, how do you think it happens, you know? Like, I am thinking like the easy way or the hard way, you know? I'm like, might as well see what happens, you know? But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I clearly didn't choose the hardest human life. People have a lot harder lives. And, you know, maybe they leave the planet, maybe they don't after that. They might not even leave the planet after that. So you do have to think of ways to be like, I know it sounds like self-sabotage to be like, oh, would I make my life harder? And most people would not, but it's also like, how would you do that in a safe way without actually getting hurt? Because if somebody else out there could have had like a way harder life than you and then they don't even leave the planet, how do you know you're going to? It makes it kind of weird. Like, it's like you have to really, I had to think about it. I was like, well, do I want to make it like more difficult? Like I'm already psychic and stuff, but do I want more energy? And then if I want a lot more energy for every other area of my life, I'm already going to be in my life purpose in some way, so it's going to help me to like upgrade faster. So I could have like more difficult energy given to me essentially, and then I can still overcome it. So I was thinking of it like this is actually like a pretty good time to set myself back, I guess. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but not majorly. Like I'm not like, you know, I'm always going to be upgrading. I'm like, I don't expect to still be like set back from that in 2 months or 3 months. Like I'm on a very like accelerated, like I feel like I upgrade really fast, but I also feel like I could still be given like more difficult energy to upgrade, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. Even though I'm doing spells and stuff, I'm like, you know what? How do I know for sure that I really am getting like the most energy that I could to upgrade? Like I'm doing both. I'm like, I'm just gonna do all of it. Because to me, it's a way of like casting energy, but not everybody thinks of it that way. So I'm gonna get chapstick. I ran out of chapstick in this one. I don't know where my other ones are if I have other ones, so I'm literally using, it goes like way deeper than it like rolls out to be, you know? So you could literally, I'm using like a Sharpie to get it out. Because guess what, it works. It can't be wasteful, you know? What is that? I keep getting distracted, but I keep hearing like birds outside or like weird stuff. I know it's just a bird, like if I look and there's a bird, like, but then there's not a bird when I look, it doesn't matter. But yeah. Yeah, I think a lot about it. It's funny. Like the AI content and stuff. But it really is fun. You just put in a prompt and then you get whatever energy you want from it, really. Like, oh, like what do you want the AI version of yourself to have to do today? Like, you just do it. And then you see if it's energy that you could like overcome, basically. Or if it's energy that's like worse than where you are or better. Like, I don't know. It sounds silly to say you could like accomplish something real from it, because a lot of people would be like, yeah, right, but like a lot of people just don't know. A lot of people are just really gonna like reincarnate, because it is a way of casting your energy. I was thinking of it and like, you know what? Deities do that all the time. Like that's one of the first things I thought of like the second day or whatever. That, and I think I'm only on like day 3 or 4 of it, but of like putting that content out there. But I was like, okay, like deities do that all the time. Like they have like a little recorded performance of themselves, right? And then that's again like a performance, but like even after they like go onto a different planet, like they move on, but there's still like a performance of them that somebody else can watch, the same way we have like movies and shows and stuff. It's not that different. It's like that version of you is still the same. It's just like an AI version of you, kind of, but it's like still part of you. Like if it learns something, you still learn it. I don't know, it's kind of weird to think about, but I literally still thought of that on like the second day, like just random ideas, but I was like, that actually makes so much sense. I believe it. I'm just putting on moisturizer on my face. I started to break out a little bit with those Sora videos out there, which is so funny, again, to say. I noticed my hair curling differently, but I actually felt like it was like in a positive way. Like, not that it never does, like it always would curl differently. The last time I remember actually liking the way that it would just change was when I was like 15 or something. Like, it was seriously, it's been so long since I liked the way that it did that. Not like the other way around, you know? Like I seriously, you know, didn't always like it. It would look bad a lot. But there was like nothing I could do. Like I'm not gonna like straighten it. There's no like way that I would have enjoyed to like make it look different like other kinds of curls or something. Like I would have hated that. So I wasn't gonna like force myself into that dungeon of not even being able to settle for my real hair, I guess. Like I wasn't gonna go that far. What do I want to do with my hair? I know I was just talking about it. It like doesn't look bad for some reason though. Like, I'm just gonna like add water or something for now. I don't know. Maybe it'll look terrible. Maybe it'll be fine. I mean, there's still like moisturizer on my hands from my face, so I feel like it's actually helping it a little bit. I still had like a really high capacity for like the energy that people get, like really heavy energy of like embarrassment, even though it's like I wasn't embarrassed when I made the video, I wasn't embarrassed when I posted it, I wasn't embarrassed when it got views, you know what I mean? But then I like waking up the next day with the energy, but it's not like, oh, I'm embarrassed because people saw it. It's like the heavy, like weird energy. It's like I'll look at the video, it's like, wow, like I look like I smell bad in that shirt somehow, but it's like it doesn't have like a stain on it or something, you know what I'm saying? It's not giving like, it's just like telepathy. Like I'm like, oh, like it looks like it could have been different, but it's like I didn't create it, the AI created it. That was just what my performance looked like. So somehow, if there's a way to get better at yourself being AI generated, because I notice flaws, but then I internalize it like, oh, I did a bad job. Like I was like, my bad, I was looking two different directions because it messed up my eyes. Like my bad, like I'll pay attention next time, you know? Like, but it's like this heavy energy where it even made me feel like I don't want to like open my throat chakra and stuff. Like it was so interesting. Like at first I was like, huh? But then I realized we open our chakras in relation to the amount of energy that we had to like take on. So I don't know, it was a cool experiment to be like, oh, it's so interesting that then I would have like more of a resistance to that, taking on like more energy. So essentially it's gonna make me stronger, but like it's just so weird to have it be like, I don't know. It's an experiment. It's an experiment. And there's nothing wrong with having experiments. Like I'm not so weak that it would be bad, if that makes sense, but I also didn't choose like the hardest possible life that people could have on Earth, obviously. By very far. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have way, way harder lives, clearly. So what I mean by that is it's like mental. It's very like third eye, like it's really just like I think like the sacral chakra and third eye chakra are like the places where the energy for me is changed for that. Like the throat chakra is not changed. It's just that like with the new, like the energy with like the sacral chakra and third eye chakra hitting me, it's like it's making me overcome more in those areas. In case it's like, you know what I mean? Like it makes me just feel like, well, if there is more energy, I would keep it to myself and not even tell you, I guess. Like low-key though, but like it's not even like a conscious thing. It's just like, I don't know. But I'm in the phase of adjusting, you know, to it. I'm like, ugh. But it makes me feel more relaxed about physical appearance, because I felt there were times when I would feel like kind of insecure. Like I would, if I saw like photos of like my real self, I'd be like, damn, like what if I'm just getting uglier or something? But like seeing AI photos and videos of yourself looking stupid, terrible, like in the most ridiculous ways, like you'll just be like missing hands and then missing eyes, and then your body's like not the same proportions, and then in the next video it's completely different. You have hands and eyes again, but you look better, and you look better than you really do, and then you're like, what? And then you look way worse than you really do in the next one, or you say something weird that isn't even like something your real self would have thought of or wanted to say, even if you did think of, right? So it makes you like, wait, do I talk too much? But then it's like, wait, the real self isn't even talking too much. Like it really kind of makes you think like more, I don't know. Like I already think a lot, but like it makes you think about how like you can be making appearances that were not even like yourself like that, right? Like you could just be programmed to like, but it's like the same thing as acting, you know? I don't take it so seriously, because it's like, okay, if you're cast in a TV show, like obviously if you need money, you were gonna say yes to the opportunity anyway had you got it. It was gonna be a better opportunity than you had, so you were just gonna go with it. Probably. A lot of people would just go with it. So, because so many people would just go with it, whatever lines they give you, you're gonna say. Whatever lines they give you, you were gonna say. So, it's not that different. Even if it sounds stupid, it's like the dumbest TV show ever, kind of, where there's no context and nothing makes sense. And everything you say is decided by somebody else, and it always sounds terrible, and you're always cutting off the conversations of the other people and looking weird and terrible and, you know, whatever editing is out there, they're choosing the worst clips, just like a normal, like, terrible TV show. They were gonna choose the worst clips because it's funnier. They were gonna choose when maybe it looks like your eyes are looking different directions somehow, you're a chameleon, you didn't even know. You find out. You're like, I didn't even know that about myself. But it makes me feel like more relaxed a little bit. Not like I want to look worse, but like more like, well, it's not like that's the worst that's ever been, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's not like a big deal. I don't have to like hate myself over it, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I didn't have enough of like, oh, I don't have to hate myself over that. Like, upgrade the way you look for fun and because you care. Not because you would have hated yourself if you didn't. And let yourself act in the terrible TV show that, you know, maybe half the people you've ever met were not gonna like you because you were willing to do it. Ew, you're weird, you did that. Like, let them think that about you, let them hate you. Let the AI content be worse than your real life. Because your real life wasn't as bad as you thought it was. You just didn't know. We always mentally like fixate on what we don't like, but that doesn't really upgrade us because you're only exposed to one type of energy. In the AI content, you're exposed to so many types of energy to where your real self receives like the energy, like, and you're like, whoa, I'm upgrading from there was one video where I'm with this like dude with like a pumpkin as a head, right? And so, but there's a Christmas tree in the background. We're like, oh, what? We found deodorant under the Christmas tree. Like, we've never heard of that. And then like my teeth just like fall out and stuff, and they're like all yellow. I'm like, I'm like recovering from the energy of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no wonder I'm tired today. Like, I just did that. Like, that was great. That was a great performance. I was so ugly there, but that was a great performance. Like, that was acting, you know? It was so good. Like, it kind of becomes like the acting, like, yeah, you're not learning acting from that, but like you're learning like AI, like what the AI version of yourself would look like acting in that scene. So you're kind of learning something from it. Like, it doesn't replace your other purpose, obviously, but if you add to it, it adds to like, everything adds to your life purpose when it's like your personal brand, because it's like, what does it mean for people to be exposed to like your image, and like what does it represent for you, but what does it possibly change in like other people's lives if you were famous, that kind of thing. Like, if you were, it kind of upgrades you into something different, because, you know, a weaker person might get triggered by seeing that video and be like, oh my god, like, you're so ugly, like, I need to do something different, or I'm gonna be that ugly. But it's like an AI video, you know? And it's like, I don't even know that person. They don't know me. They don't know the story behind it. They don't know why that part was scripted in or not scripted in, or maybe they're judging me based on that one thing that the AI decided at the last minute I was gonna say, because you can script in like a couple of things, but Sora will add in things that you say. Like, nothing is gonna be like sexual unless the AI like didn't catch it, and it's more of like a missed, like it went over the head of like AI. You know what I mean? Like, you can like spill a drink and be like, oh no, I'm wet, but then like they don't mean it in like a sexual way, but then the context could be like everybody looks at you like embarrassed or something because of the drink, but like it goes, like the AI isn't like getting, like that could mean something else, like, you know, something like that. But that's funny, as long as you're not a child or something. Like, it's funny, you know? I think adults would just be like, that's funny, like it doesn't actually matter, as long as you're not like paranoid about like, oh no, are people gonna think this and this and that about me, then it's not gonna be like a big deal, you know? If you have like toxic masculinity and you're like, oh no, like what if I'm wearing a tutu, then in the next video you're probably gonna be, and there's probably nothing you can do about it. But if you can have more of like a humor thing where you're like, it's just entertainment, it doesn't actually mean anything, like it wasn't gonna be actually anything sexual. Like, it wasn't gonna be, nobody can die, nobody can get hurt, you can't have blood. So I use like spilled wine as blood because it doesn't stop you from doing that. You can have wine spilled on anything you want, but you can't use blood. Even if you're holding a knife, like, nobody gets stabbed. You know, broken glass is more of like a costume, like you can't like step on it or put it through your hand or something, you know, you can't like, it won't let you use public figures for like certain stuff, like there's like a list of things you can't do, whatever. So it's actually very tame. Most things, like when you think about it, you don't realize how much most things you would have wanted to do is like whatever it doesn't let you do. So yeah, but tip for that, I use like spilled wine, because it does red wine if you do spilled wine. So so I do spilled wine as blood because it lets you. But it sometimes doesn't look realistic, sometimes it does. Sometimes it looks real as blood, and sometimes it doesn't, so. Oh no. But yeah, like it'll make you look ugly, it'll make you say the stupid weird thing. I noticed every time we reference cows, it makes somebody say the number 80 before they say anything about the cows. Or if you say the word cow, you'll say 80, which apparently is the number they stamp into burgers, but you might not even be talking about killing the cows or eating them. So that is one thing that they actually do that's kind of like more like dark humor. I don't know if it's intentional, but if you want cows in any form, somebody will say the number 80, and like that's not scripted in, that's the AI saying, oh, there's a cow, we're gonna say the number 80 because that's the number they stamp into burgers sometimes. Like, the cow can't be your friend, like you're gonna say the number 80 and the cow's gonna be there, and then it's gonna be like, yeah, burgers. Like, the part that's not scripted is the number 80. That part is never like scripted in, so it's just like, I guess some kind of humor, like we're about to eat the cow, like it's about to die, but like sometimes it's not even about that, and then but it's made about that by the AI just deciding to say the number 80. So I think that's one of the only times that murder is like directly referenced, though, is when somebody just randomly says the number 80 and then it's like there's no context, and then you find out it's about a cow, like. So I really don't know. I really don't know. But I'm just gonna like make coffee and stuff. I want to make coffee, and what do I want to eat? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. We'll find out. I think I know. I think I know, but I don't know. I don't know if I know, but I think I know. I love this cup. I got it. This mug. I got it at Target for only $4, $5. I was like, it's ceramic. I don't know. I see ceramic as like, why is it like so nice? But then it's like $4. I'm like, oh, okay. It's just like that. Okay, like, fine. Coffee, breakfast, blend, or pecan. Pecan praline? Praline? That doesn't sound edible. That doesn't sound like an edible word, but we're gonna go with it because pecans sound kind of good. I don't know. I don't know if they are. But yeah, I don't know. I have my things that I like and don't like about AI, but I just see it as like a performance. I mean, I like a lot of AI, but there's like a couple things that are like a little funny about it, a little weird. You know, some upgrades that could be there in the future to the app and stuff like that. But, you know. Like, I noticed all the times, like, I think the app is better at making public figures look consistently like themselves and not in an insulting way, I guess. but it's also like, so what? Like, I kind of just take it as like, okay, like I am confident enough to like have that be out there, I guess. Like, I don't care that I was ugly in that video when it wasn't really me. Like, so what? You know, like, I could do that for fun. Like, I don't care. You know, like, I kind of take it more as like, I would rather look ugly and weird in the content, and then I see it and I'm like, oh, but that was really bad. But then like it kind of like, I go back and forth with it. I'm like, like I don't take it that seriously, but I'm like, oh, like that was really bad. Like, but it wasn't really me, so it is what it is. It is what it is. And like, what, is somebody not gonna like me because an AI video of me was out there? Oh no. Like, it sounds like you were so shallow of a person, like it wasn't gonna work out anyways. It sounds like you didn't really like anything except for my lack of publicly embarrassing moments, which that was never gonna happen. Like, in my ideal reality, I was gonna be probably like more embarrassing at some point, not less embarrassing. Like, it wasn't gonna be, you have to think about it, any kind of like public performance that other people know about, you feel like is embarrassing in some way. It's really hard to not find something embarrassing about it. It's really hard to. So, if you've already done the most embarrassing, you're free to do whatever you want, and you don't have to be like, oh, what if somebody doesn't like me because of this one AI video? Like, why would somebody not like you because of the one AI video? Think about it. They would only not like, they would only like non-creators, artists, or famous people, essentially. So if you're trying to go in a direction where you're more creative, or more people know about you, or you're famous, or you're an artist, or you're this, you're that, right? They weren't gonna like you. They were gonna start getting insecure when you start getting successful. They were gonna start getting insecure about you when you started getting successful. That was when they were not gonna like you anymore. Is that really the kind of person you want? Is that really the kind of person you want? Is that really the kind of person you want to be if you're judging people over that and taking it too seriously? There's options. You don't have to be that one. You can let somebody else be the one who takes AI so seriously that they're crying over it. You can let them. You can let them have that moment because they probably need it. You could be the one who gets whatever upgrades will be randomly handed to you overnight because you were levitating in that one video and a lot of people saw it. You know, 1,000 people saw it, one person thought it was real. Whatever. Like, whatever that is, okay? Like, whatever that is, you were willing to be perceived that way because it's not actually like a ginormous deal at the end of the day. It's fine. You can let somebody else be the most insecure person on the planet because they need that role, not you. They need that more than you do. I'm gonna wash a bowl because it's chaotic. I'm either going to have ramen or pumpkin for breakfast. One of the two. I don't know which one. I don't know which one. If it's pumpkin, I was gonna flavor it with like garlic or something, but I don't know. It's a vegetable, but I'm like, do I even like pumpkin? It's okay. I'm gonna like wash a bowl though. Are you gonna stand? How long was that pause? I have no idea. It might have just been a second. Let's see. While my coffee cools down. But yeah, it depends on who you are, but I ended up getting more spiritual upgrades from being willing to do AI than I would have expected and than I would have had otherwise. It would have taken me, I would have just had to do this because you have little things along your path that add to your life purpose, right? You have your main one and then you have your little mini things, your side quests. So each AI video just is a tiny side quest. So there's no reason you can't add those to your life purpose. Like, people love to make up so many things. You know what? Then they're overcoming less than I am, I guess. If they can't, in that category, in that area of life, if they are not capable of being like open-minded to how it could have positive effects, right? And not only negative. But for some people, they never had any like morals against AI, so they have nothing to overcome with AI. For me, I was so against AI when I was younger. When I was so young, before I even knew what AI was, because I was like, oh, it's gonna replace all the real artists. But the reality is, the real artists are going to still care about their own skills. The reason you care about your own skills is because you want to be better and because you have that humility and that care for being better and improving yourself. It's not just you have like something that nobody else has. It's not just because somebody else will perceive you someday. That's so shallow and empty that like, if that's the only thing you're chasing, you're not like really overcoming anything or fighting anything with that, I guess. It's not bad to be in your purpose either way, but like, if you take it to where like, oh, all upgrades are so scary and they're morally wrong and like, oh no, I don't know what that is. You know, it's kind of giving, I guess at some point, clothing was morally wrong or something, and that was weird. But like, I mean, I guess it sounds biblical or something. But that's not even what I meant, you know. but at some point, perhaps even that was morally wrong, but look how far we've come and how many upgrades we've gotten just because of the clothing we were wearing. Look at how fashionable we are, you know what I mean? As if the clothes are not like an AI part of you that just isn't talking. You borrowed the enhancements before. You've borrowed the enhancements before. You used a pencil before because you didn't want to recreate the wheel, right? You're willing to adopt like a lot of the mainstream upgrades. You're getting really picky about what they are, right? Not that you're gonna do what leads to actually dying, but like, come on, it's AI, right? People love to make it like biblical to not, or spiritual to not be a part of AI or experience it. Why would you deny? Have you not overcome so much that it would be ridiculous to deny yourself of fun, entertainment? Haven't you already had enough like disadvantages in your life to where you would just let yourself have fun? Like, haven't you? Haven't you? Haven't you? Do I want pumpkin or do I want... What do I want? I'm trying to imagine both like scenarios and like really like choose the better one, you know? But then I have like an open can of pumpkin because I wasn't gonna eat it all at once. And I could still... You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna have like an open can of pumpkin like in the fridge with tin foil. And I have to eat it within like a couple days or like a day or two, or maybe not 3, I would throw it away. And that's kind of wasteful, right? Because I was only gonna eat like less than I don't know, not the whole thing, maybe like a third of it. Just because I've ate a whole can of pumpkin before in one sitting and you just feel like you're sitting there forever. Like, oh my god, like it's like unflavored. It's like pumpkin flavored mashed potatoes basically, but just pumpkin. If you've never had pumpkin before, you've had pumpkin, you know? What's that? I don't know. But I think I'm just gonna have ramen and then eat pumpkin later. I think that's the plan. That's the plan. I'm gonna have ramen and coffee. That's the plan. I don't know why it's the plan. I put this one. I just realized I was actually going to put garlic in the ramen too. Like when I mix the seasoning in. So I was either gonna have garlic either way, like really. Like garlic pumpkin, garlic ramen. I don't know. Oh, falling all over the place. Don't mind the sound of the microwave. That's gotta be annoying. But yeah, every AI video, ow, I just hit myself with a spoon, like, but every AI video feels like a new low for finding out how I look all crazy ways and stuff, but it's been making me feel kind of cute in real life, I don't know. But compared, right? Finding out that like my face has some weird angles and that like if my eyes are looking 2 different directions, there's really nothing good about it. And if my teeth were yellow, there's really nothing good about it. And like anything else, right? Like I just really think if your teeth are that yellow, it ruins your eyes. And if your eyes are looking 2 different directions, it ruins your teeth too, you know? I don't know. I'm sorry if you look ugly and like I just called you out, but I don't know. But you can't be like insecure like that, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Coffee always, when I make coffee, it does a thing where like the coffee grounds get like all in it. Like all in it, you know, all in it. Like, what do you mean? It'll only be like 1 or 2, but like there's some in there? It's crazy. I didn't even mix it. I didn't stir it. All that sugar I put in is at the bottom and it tasted terrible when I drank it, but I didn't realize till after. Like, I'm just kind of stupid sometimes. Like, I'll really like miss the point with some stuff. I don't know. Like really. I'll like miss the point like bad. Like really bad. Which is fine because I'm smart in all other areas of my life. When I do that, I'm still smart, you know? Like it's fine. Yeah, so when I tell you I just poured coffee all over the ground, do you believe me? Oh wait, I need a fork for the ramen. But yeah, basically the AI videos, anything you're insecure about, it makes you not insecure about it, and then it just makes you like, you're like, well, they've already seen me look 1,000,000 times worse than I look right now, to the point where if I really cared about it, it would all be over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you've already surpassed that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then to still have, like, when it exaggerates your features and makes them as ugly as possible, and then you wake up looking the same way, you're like, it kind of humbles you. You're like, actually, you're kind of right. Like, I still love myself, but damn, like, thanks for showing me that, I guess. Like, it kind of makes you like, new perspective, you know? Ow. When you have ramen in a ceramic bowl in the microwave and it hasn't even cooked, but you can't touch the bowl without burning yourself, but you have to like mix it in, like mix the, I don't know what you, like separate the thing, the giant thing. It's like, I don't want to burn my hands, but yeah, this is weird.
It also makes me more comfortable, the AI thing, it makes me more comfortable with the other content I already have out. If you're like kind of skeptical or insecure about the content you already have out and you put out some AI content of yourself, it makes you comfortable because you're like, well, I looked terrible when it wasn't really me, but it was really me. Like, I didn't get to choose anything I was doing or what I looked like at all, but guess what? A little bit of my soul or consciousness was still in there, you know? Like in that vibe, you know? Because you really do kind of wake up with like, you feel like it was you when you were that person that isn't you. I don't know. You're like, I just live a double life and you can only do 30 videos a day within 24 hours. So the exact time that you start making them seems to be the time that they let you start again, if that makes sense. It's not like, oh, like one video, like say like you start making your daily AI content at like 9 p.m. You have to make them all. Or, well, you don't have to make them all, you can make one, but you don't get to make content again till 9 p.m. the next day if you use your 30, right? But like, it's not like, oh, I made one at 9 p.m. and then one at midnight, then that means I have to wait till 9 p.m. and then midnight. No, just 9 p.m. Like, it seems to be just like you would wait till 9 p.m. because that's when you started for that set of 24 hours, and then you can make 30. That's it. There's no like tricking it, like if it glitches or anything, like it'll let you say like it deletes one because it glitches. It has like a little tiny like bugs, or like it'll catch something, it'll be like, oh wait, that's inappropriate, but it'll be like halfway made and then it won't let you click on it to watch it. Like it'll catch it, it'll be like, even it can be a normal prompt and it can sound weird to it, like it'll have like certain words, like it can be like a normal, like if you picture like words that could be like controversial, I guess, like, but used in a normal context, they'll be like, it'll like flag it, like it won't like let it, you know. It's not fully there. It's not fully there. It's not fully realized, like that certain words can be used in ways that are not inappropriate for all viewers, I guess, but like, you know, there could be overlap, like it doesn't really get that. It doesn't know. It doesn't really know. It doesn't know. It doesn't know what you meant in a bad way and what you didn't, if that helps. It's very literal. But yeah, Sora just uses ChatGPT. So, as you can imagine, it's pretty good, but also it'll be like surprisingly good and surprisingly terrible at the same time. Because you'll be like, whoa, that really does look like me. But then your hand disappears and you're like, oh, never mind. like I almost thought that was real and I'm me, but then your hand falls off, or like not because it's supposed to, and then it shows up again and then you're like, oh, you know. Or you have two eyes in the right spot, but they start glitching and becoming a part of your face and then becoming your eyes again, and you can't really tell, you know. You can't really tell, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, it kind of is like a spell, because I'll be like dehydrated after, I'll be like tired after like sleeping for like 10 hours or something. Like it really does kind of take out of you what that much magic would. Well, I don't know for everybody because I'm a witch, So maybe I already have that opened up, if that makes sense. So then it can take that energy from me, just for me to refuel and be stronger, like the same way it's like lifting weights with magic, right? So maybe it's using up whatever energy I do have as a witch so that like I'm stronger in a way, so that it's like, you know, like a version of like casting energy, like any kind of content, but because it is still your soul, so it's like you would want to make use of that like appropriately, like you have to kind of trust that your soul would know what to do with it, basically, and that it's in a good way even when you're ugly in that photo or video or whatever. It sounds like the opposite of what I mean, but it's not. You have to be able to trust yourself and like the autonomy of your soul. It's the same way that like in the 1800s or something they thought, oh, you can't take a photo of yourself or you're gonna probably go to hell or die or something because part of your soul is in there. Like they didn't know. They were like, are you fine? Like, did you survive? Like, what if you died? It's literally like a photo of yourself, basically, but you're just animated to be talking and acting. It's not that deep to where it's like, oh no, you died. Like, it's not giving like that. But I'm so curious. I don't know. Maybe like public figures already have like energy to where they, I don't know if they do it as like magic unknowingly. Is that possible? Or does it just not really count for them because they're already famous? I don't know how it works. Maybe it doesn't count for them in that way. And it's just like somebody took a photo of them walking down the street, they don't lose energy from it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. But like if you're a witch, you might feel the difference. It might be noticeable to you. You're like, wait a minute. If I sat here and took 1,000 photos of myself, I would be tired for the rest of the day when all I did was sit there, you know? Or something like that. Like it can hit you because you're like your soul is like, okay, like I have this much energy right now, like if I want to be stronger, I'm going to use all of that up really fast, and then I'm going to live the rest of my time without that energy until I refuel, which is only going to take like a day or two or a week or something, and then I'm going to be good. Maybe not just a photo of you, but you know what I'm saying. You use the energy that you have, but you notice a difference when you had more energy before you lost it. Whereas a public figure, they're constantly fed energy in a way, so like they don't lose it as much. Like they kind of had nothing to lose because they're constantly receiving something, which is part of why sometimes they don't even get their karma that much, because it bounces off of them because they're constantly being fed energy. I said arms almost, like, but you know what I mean. Energy. They're constantly like fed energy, so. But yeah, I personally find it very easy to notice a difference in like my life when anything is different. Like I'm like, I know all the things that happened. I know them all. I know why my energy is like that. You might fall, I don't know. Like you're balancing on top of potatoes. A bag of potatoes. My tripod is on top of a bag of potatoes. You're never gonna get it. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know potatoes like that, but they're a part of you. They're a part of your real self. You just never got there. I'm kind of trying to use, I don't know. I'm definitely trying to not look perfect in all my AI content, if that makes sense. Like, I think you guys might be able to tell, like, I definitely look, I'm not scripting it that way, but I'm willing to let it be that way. I'm like, okay, so I was ugly and I'm still gonna post it, if that makes sense. Like I'm willing to not be that worried about it. Because again, like, what energy do you want to overcome? Is it the, like, faster, right? What energy do you want to not stay in and be stuck in? But that you would have wanted to already have the energy of overcoming it, not skipping it. Because if you skip it, you could skip things all day, right? Like, you can skip, like, more difficult things, but you're not going to gain, like, what you would have learned from it or the energy from it. Which not everybody knows, but it doesn't matter because not everybody can do that or would know what to do, so. Or they wouldn't have very far to go.
just gonna add garlic. I thought about adding salt, but I was like, is that silly? Because there's salt already in the ramen, but like, I was like, damn, like, should I? No, I think there's enough salt in there. I don't know. I'm just gonna do garlic. Sometimes I do chili powder also with the garlic because I like flavor. Because I like flavor. I think I will. Chili powder. Only a little bit. Actually, that's not a little bit to most people. That is like the amount of cinnamon you would put in like a bowl of pancake batter if you wanted to. You know what I mean? It's not giving like fully covered, but it's in there. You know, but it's not anywhere like how much garlic I put in. I put like a ceiling of garlic, you know, in there. To give you guys the descriptions. Just in case. Let's see. Anyway, don't think I forgot about you. Technically, I didn't. Technically. I really do think letting myself look super ugly in the AI content helped me to be more confident in real life, because I'm like not confident like, oh, like I look so good, but more like I don't know, like more like I'm overly exposed to myself and like ways that I could look. So I see something of myself, I'm like, I've seen that before, but I've also seen worse. Like not like I don't know, it evens out. I don't know if my coffee is still hot or if it cooled down. Whoa, cup holder.
But yeah, not being famous is definitely a part of why I feel like I don't have anything to lose from like AI, because I think some people who are like celebrities would be like, oh no, like why would I want to have a video of myself saying something that like I never said or that I wouldn't say. But I'm like, honestly, it doesn't let you do anything that's actually bad that I've seen, unless people are trying to find like ways around it. And I'm the only one making the content of myself, so I know what I put in, you know, like you can type in like a prompt and then it just generates that exact video. It just adds stuff. Like the thing with cows where we'll say 80 looking at a cow. And it's like, why would you say 80 looking at a cow? Unless you're trying to eat it. It's funny, but I don't know. Like that's a thing that just never would have been a part of my humor, like looking at a cow and saying 80, but I do find it like entertaining. Once I realized what it meant, like I did not even know like what we were talking about. I didn't even know what I was saying. I don't even know what I was saying. I don't even know. But yeah, I kind of feel like everything throughout my life was always exactly what I wanted to say. Like I never really talked without thinking about it, like ever since I can remember. So for that reason, like I was kind of deliberate, but like having videos that are AI of myself just saying like crazy stuff or like talking about things that are not even true, right? It'll be like wow, the paintbrushes are levitating, but it's like they're not. There's no paintbrush levitating. It's just paintbrushes sitting on a table. Like it kind of it's kind of like, I don't know, funny to be perceived that way. Like I don't know. It's like, because you're being perceived as if you just decided to say that, as if you're that crazy or you're just trying to lie about it, you know. Anyway, guys, the video is pretty much gonna be over because I ran out of storage space, but that's fine. That's fine. I did run out of storage space, but all I was gonna say is that I get like comments where people are like, do you even know how many natural resources AI takes up? Apparently there's like some kind of like processing chip out there that sometimes AI generated things can use to like power them or something, but aside from that, aside from like electricity and whatever that is or whatever, it's not like world-ending stuff though. Like, if anything, AI can be used to like calculate ways to like resolve like end of the world stuff, like using all the natural resources. Like people can like, it doesn't matter. There's some benefits. There's some dumb people who can't explain why they decide to take something out on me that they heard one person say one time in one specific scenario that had nothing to do with me. So I don't know, if you're out there making something about me that wasn't about me, it is what it is. But the rest of you, I love you guys. Bye. See you later.